Hey guys, welcome to part 3. Part 1 and 2 are going to be on the channel. They will not be linked down below as we've been discussing. We're meeting in from the computer and we're lucky to be here, and I probably look like I'm from some movie that's been dubbed. So please bear with us, and we're going to be in gratitude that we got to be here. We talked about how 2 cups are becoming 1. We're in the time of alchemy where 2 waters become 1. The sun and the moon. And our soul and our spirit. And we're expanding through the center point. And we're in the time as a solar eclipse in Libra. We're being accountable for everything. Where we leave multiplayer game. Where we can't blame anything without us. And it's not even about blame. It's just all experience to co-create with. To heal with some of these perceptions of the mind. And that we level up into multiplayer. I mean, if we go from multiplayer to single player. We level up. And in single player, we're all accountable. It's all God talking back to us, showing us how to co-create anew. And we know 2, like we said, the 2 cups are becoming 1, and we're meeting up in the 2 of cups, and we talked about that in part 1 and 2. And we're healing with the masculine, and we're working through our various issues in order to heal with the masculine. And not only that, like we're healing with the energy, we are also, many of us are working with the masculine or somebody that we want to merge with or become with. And we were talking about how we met up here, like this reading has been taped. This is like, it was taped 4 times. We were trying to meet up for Friday the 13th, and we got some activations. Well, the last activation that we got was the 6 of Swords. And before we get an official activation for the things we discussed in part 3, remember we're meeting up here as 2 cups become 1, and it has to do with the North Star, our morality, and finding the right direction, finding the right way and elevation. And we're co-creating anew because we're healing from fragmented energy, because we're separating ourselves from the devil separating us. Devils keep us in separation, so we're using the patterns of separation that the devil showed us to separate ourselves from the devil, going home to the one, to the all, to God at a deeper level of ourselves. And we know in order to do this, we're honoring a completion of the child. And we talk about all the reasons why this is important. But the last activation we got was the 6 of Swords, and it's connected to the defeat that's happening here. In the 5 of Swords, the conflict within the mind that was created because of, look, the pain. There's nowhere for the masculine to go. There's nowhere for the energy to go. It's time to create peace from our pain. It's defeat. And that's the activation of science with the Ace of Swords. Our clarity. We're no longer lying to ourselves. Remember, we've hit rock bottom, or we've had a health scare, or our patterns of separation and addiction and over pleasure seeking have brought us so out of balance that we're walking hell, we're living in hell, and we have to take total accountability, complete accountability for how we got here in order to get out, in order to transform. The only way out is through. The only way out is through. So what's being activated here is the alchemy of the 6 of Swords. I bring sparkling air of the Sun Temple, inner alchemy of the 6 of Swords. I come that you may choose to enjoy a well-earned success. As ambassador, I bear goodwill from air's beautiful harmonies. The 6th air. We form the radiant solar thoughts helping build cultured cities. All the sun's liberating art is here. All the sun's liberating art is here. That's big, guys, because we got alchemy of the 6 of Wands in the last part, and that's sun of living fire. We know we're expanding with the sun. Remember, we're going from the 6 of Cups and we're expanding with the sun because the sun is our connection to expanding, like actually creating happiness with maturity. And we created this happiness from sadness. That's being mature. It doesn't mean we're always creating happiness from sadness, but this is being whole. We're not separating ourselves from what doesn't feel good. We're learning how to be in joy and bring that energy into what doesn't feel good and transform with it, transmute it at a whole new level. So The sixth air, we form the radiant solar thoughts. Right? Okay, we got that. All the sun's liberating artists here. Sacred number under mastery, enhancing mere quantity, Pythagorean mastery, enhancing mere quantity with vibrant qualities. In this story, substance live royal messengers. They are S-words of meditating intelligence. Check that out. Meditating intelligence. More confirmation, we have to go within. Dear alchemist, seek communion with Malachim. As divine intuitions, they will enlighten consciousness of transcendent powers. My alchemy of the sixth air gathers into the vessel all the myths and stories of your long travels toward the goal. All offspring of the vice of pride, insincerity, and lack of confidence. Our arts dissolve and transform these with tinctures of rich salmon pink. Earned success reforms enhanced into tangible evidence, and success is well deserved. With the virtues named, dedication to the great work as your guides, dignity and self-determination will grow to their proper measure. And this has to do with the Ace of Swords and the restoration of confidence within our magic, but we have to be deserving. Remember, we're changing our energy. We're going from victim mentality, we're expanding our consciousness from victim mentality to being deserving through optimism, but it's through the work we're doing. See, not doing the work is not making us feel deserving. Even if we're tricking ourselves to think we are, that's not our truth. We're just tricking ourselves. We're going to actually feel deserving of this, and we're going to find optimism. We're going to find optimism in our victim mentality. In the negative, we're going to find positive within. There's positive in every negative. There's positive in every negative. That's the way this world works. And we're going to shift with it. And there's nothing wrong with being an optimist, but you have to be able to look at the negative. It's not separating or running from it. We have to be able to look at it. And remember, we're being completely accountable for everything we've co-created in our life. We're not blaming anybody. We're healing from that. It was all experience in order to co-create with. We're not feeling sorry for ourselves anymore. That's keeping us down. That's how the devil is actually keeping us in separation. And we don't want that anymore. And God is showing us. God is showing us the way. We know the way. God is showing us. Now, I just want to share the message that this is connected to here. So this actually literally has to do with us. We're going to expand consciousness, our consciousness. Remember, we're going from victim mentality to deserving to optimism. That's somewhere here. Like, we've seen these cards wherever they have gone. Oh, guys, I don't know. I just know they're here and we've seen them. Okay, and we're gonna tune in. We're tuning in, and we're gonna tune. Remember, we're going within, and we're gonna tune into the silence. And we need to find our inner voice. This has to do with completion with that child. The completion with that child is part of our inner voice. And we're going to heal from our projections, where we're projecting. So we're projecting still. And that's why we're healing with the masculine, the energy. That's seeing that reflection back in that cup. So we have to connect to the nothingness. This is God. Remember, when we're nothing, we're everything. Thank you, Joe Dispenza. When we're nothing, we're everything. And this is where we heal from guilt. This is where we're going to heal from all the lower vibrational things that we've experienced without and within, and that other people have done and that we've done. This is where we're getting back here. So this is part of our activation. And we're going to get back into participation. We're going to get back into participation here because we're going to heal from guilt. And it is going to allow us, like, we're going to consciously change. We're not just going to allow, you know, like with the solar eclipse, things to be eclipse of our lives. No, like, we're going to consciously change. We're going to put awareness here because we want to. We want to have a new beginning. We don't want to walk hell anymore. We want to create our heaven on earth. We're done walking hell. But all this work we're doing has enabled us to find our existence, our place within existence, and to see that we are the world and we are all one and everything is all one. Thank you, devil, for showing us what we needed to see. And we have success here. Remember, this is about success. But to honor that success, we honor the fact that we had a tower moment. And that is, or many, like, remember, this is levels. So let's hear that saying, like, there's layers to the onion. Oops, excuse me. There's layers to the cake. There's levels to this. The collapse of the ego. And look, the star comes on up in here to help us heal and co-create anew. And this is where we're here. And remember, we need the chariot to leave this space and place. We saw where we were connected to that place, but we're leaving. Because we have Metatron's cube. We use those 13 spheres of knowledge to connect to this nothingness and gain the information we needed to gain, and we apply the masculine, the energy, and we expand with it. So we activated Metatron's cube, and we leave this space and place, and we know where we're going now. We know where we're going. Thank you to the chariot. Let's see if that one is actually here real quickly. Right here. Right here. Remember, we left. See what we were connected to there? See how we're connected here? Well, we left. This is a cosmic path. It wasn't there before. We created it. We created it with God. We have Metatron's cube. This is part of our activation card with creation. So we're going. We're going. But we're having a delay in our confidence. And we need to restore the confidence within our magic. So we need to restore the confidence within us. We need to do it with the truth. We have to stop lying to ourselves. We have to stop lying to ourselves. We're lying to ourselves. We're not being authentic. We have to stop that. And in order to do this, we have to be whole and use the negative. Use the toxicity. Use the shit. Use hell, the fires of hell, to get to where we're going. It's all fuel. So we see that we are an infinite being, and we expand with this spiral here, and that is it. Remember, that has to do with existence here. We saw our truth here. We pick healing. We know that it's healing. And the sword and the cup meet up. The negative tetrahedron of water meets up with the positive tetrahedron of air. We have a heart chakra activation. Restore confidence in our magic because we heal from separation. We're working in the Garden of Venus here, and remember, we heal from separation because separation, we honor that we needed to know separation in order to separate ourselves from what's not for our greatest good. What's not of us. This is the energy of the opposites coming together to create the whole, and those two fish coming together. So as we work in the Garden of Venus with the Nine of Pentacles, we're in a time of gain, but we honor that we had a time of ruin. That's our connection to the Tower. And an ending with the elements of air. And that is what Libra here is here to do, is to help us be accountable. And 10 plus this one sword is the 11 of Swords. And right now, this 11 of Swords is the activation of love. We're going to get a separate activation for that. This is the activation of love. And we know that it's connection to the Three of Cups, where we're connecting to what... This goes back to those 5 cups that we were talking about here. This was broken, but remember, we're having a recalibration in order to create a new. This put us back into alignment. This put us back into alignment with what we need, where we needed to be. And we made an offering of love because we made an offering of ourselves. Look, we made an offering of ourselves to get here. And this is literally where the 2 cups become one. Okay? And we spin the wheel. And we're going to get a separate activation for spinning the wheel, because we're in a time of coming together to spin the wheel through the 4 of Swords. I've seen this. They've shown me this. And we're going to get to that. And this all has to do with our 10 of Cups. Remember, we already got the activation of the 10 of Pentacles. The other half of our part of our fortune increase is the 10 of Cups. This is our divine inheritance. This is our birthright, but we also came here to co-create this. We're learning that we had to co-create this through all the shit too, all the negative. Now, the Knight of Cups is a running theme. We're going to have a separate activation, a bonus activation for the Knight of Cups and what's happening. But the Knight of Cups is literally seeing what's gone toxic within the 8 of Cups, and has gone back home to God, to creation, to the Creator. And that's going to have to fit in here to this activation where we're creating. They're all going to be connected, of course. And it's having a new vision. Okay? It's having a new vision. And this new vision is gaining intensity. And this new vision is connected to the 10 of Cups. Remember, 10, this was about connected to the 8. 8 plus 1 cup is the 9 of Cups, where we create our happiness from our sadness. We're going to create what needs to be created from the shit. And it's intensifying. This new vision is intensifying, and there's a recalibration with these 2 cups, and these 2 cups are becoming one. Remember, 8 cups here, 8 cups here, 2 cups here. Now there's a connection to the 11 of Cups. So we have the 11 of Swords connecting up, meeting up with the 11 of Cups. Okay. So this has to do with our dreams. Remember, she who dreams, and this reading is at the channel, she who dreams. And we know we're in a time of alchemy. Those 2 cups become one, the sun and the moon. But we're going to have to wait for something. She who waits is here, and we have to have patience, waiting, and determination. Direct message here, and it has to do with whatever's happening in the 7 of Cups. Okay, so let's get an activation, but we should really finish the rest of this message. So remember how we're coming together to spin the wheel in the 4 of Swords. Okay, and we're actually sharing this in our next part, because we're actually going to talk about what's happening with the moon. Let's get an activation here for what's happening with creation. Actually, I want to put it this way. I feel like this says it better. All right. Ooh, excuse me. We're going to go straight to Metatron's Cube. As we've been talking about the 13 spheres of knowledge, expanding with... Oh my god. And look what happens to me on top. Like, I'm telling you, it's a miracle I get here every day. As I said, I just got out of the hospital. These 2 cards happen to be on top. And it was from a reading I was doing for myself, and I didn't get a chance to finish these 2 messages. And I wanted to keep them out and read them. And I just felt called to grab this today, and I completely forgot that I did this. So, Inner Child, Hear and Know Me, and Tree of Life, Travel On. So look at that. Look at that connection. And guys, this is just what allows me to believe here with you at the channel. I see this stuff come together, and it looks like I got it all figured out, and you guys can thank the divine, because this is, like I said, how I believe. Our gifts are part of the reason of how we believe in God even further, and this is part of this for me. Now, there's a connection we know to the 6 of Cups and what's being built, and look at that, there is the 3 of Cups. There's 3 and 3 right there. Something is expanding with those 3 cups. All right, what's being activated here? We have to listen to the inner child. That's what opens up all those possibilities with creation. And it's our completion. The masculine, well, the feminine, the masculine, and the inner child expanding with God. As we expand our soul with our spirit. Okay, there it is. Okay, guys. So this card... Look, there is the positive tetrahedron. Fits into the rest of this message that I have over here that I wanted to share, which I don't even know where it is now. And Cosmos mirrors you. Look at that. And that's helping us to create that path that wasn't there before. That cosmic path with the chariot that we've talked about now. And priorities, building blocks for life. But we need to have clarity and go within. And the key to our freedom is healing from what? Codependency and the inner child. Hear and know me. We're not, this isn't without, this is within, to our inner child, to our inner self. And it's a new dawn. Welcome back. With what? Silver, warrior of light. And look at that. We're expanding, we know, with silver Mercury and gold sulfur. There's a sword. That's what we need. And it's all thanks to our emotional well-being. Look at that dodecahedron there. That's the shape that hung the constellations. And our evolution, birthing the new. But we need that cup. Gold, cup of replenishment. And this is what we're being gifted. We're being gifted this cup. But guys, we need to detach from drama and look up. We need to detach from drama and look up. Now, guys, I really want to share the rest of this message, but we'll have to share it in the next part to talk about where we have the Hangman, and that's where we're having our transformation. We're having our transformation within the Hanged Man. And I don't know now where that is, where it moved that. Which guys, there's so many piles around here to share. This is like the biggest message I feel like I've ever shared. I don't know here. So the cosmos are mirroring us. We're gonna share this, but I want it before I forget, get an activation for here. In fact, no, I'm feeling called to do that when we go into our next part with the moon. Let's share this and I'll find the rest of this message. With death and the Hangman. I'm telling you, it's here. Cosmos mirrors you. What you feel as random, chaotic, and disjointed in your world is a result of your scattered thoughts, words, and feelings that you've sent out into the greater universe, either consciously or unconsciously. No one sets out to ask for problems or difficulty, and yet what we think, speak, and project is so powerful right now. There we go, we're healing from our projections. You are reminded today of how powerful your words are. The sacred geometric shape of the dodecahedron, perfectly balanced and proportioned, symbolizes the need for reasoned, wise, and well-intentioned words and thoughts that are also focused. You are in a state of regular communication with the universe. It listens and responds to what you emit and sound out constantly. If you've been projecting that life is hard, unfair, and difficult, the universe will give you more of the same. If, on the other hand, you seek of abundance, laughter, and wonder, that too will be made manifest. Think carefully about the programming that is inside of you. Does it serve you well today, or is it full of past disappointments or hurts, creating an expectation or a repeat performance? And this goes back to hearing what we want to hear and our filter, right? Like somebody could say something, but we hear completely something else because it's what we're expecting. Remember, when things are uncertain, we want certainty. So we're going to hear what we expect. We're going to see what we expect. But this is not certain. This is of God. This is uncertain. We're going to go beyond. Think carefully about the programming inside. We're going to change scripts within you. Change scripts within you, starting to become conscious through affirmations and positivity, and surrounding yourself with high vibrations are important to you right now. The universe wants to support you and bring you to what you wish, but it does so based on the quality of your vibration or stance. If you ask for abundance but don't really expect it, the lower vibration will cancel out any attempt at positivity. Archangel Metatron asks you to put behind your old ways, family patterns, and previous thoughts and doubts, and concentrate on what you wish to sound out anew to the wider cosmos. Let your thoughts and words be loving, positive, and thankful, and great gifts and blessings can follow. The universe mirrors what you say to it and expect of it. Everything in the universe was created from light, and therefore this card links to the great light of the Creator. This light that is all around you wishes to be condensed into something positive and affirming now. The Creator said, "Let there be light," and the darkness faded. So too can you use your own light to dissolve what is heavy around you. Pay attention now to your throat chakra, linked to the dodecahedron, and the impeccable, guys, I can't say this word. The impeccability of the words that flow from it, and also to whether that which you hear is positive or destructive. Metatron will muffle out what is unimportant and people whose opinions are out of line with your own vibration and draw to you instead new frequencies of sound, color, and light that can brighten your world, your perspective, and all you see. And this goes back to, guys, I was talking about how like we're even here on the computer and my phone's gone now twice, and I was being called without because the vibration of what I was always talking to the people without was always destructive and negative. It was barely positive. And it was not allowing me to co-create anew. And that's why my phone is gone. And that's why I ended up where I ended up, because I'm seeing I'm worth it. I'm seeing how worth it I am. And I'm also seeing too now, like, I'm just left here to co-create with God. I have nothing and nobody but you guys. And you guys are everything, but you know what I mean. We're not sitting here talking. You guys meet up here and we meet up. We're not sitting here talking. We share when we need to share messages on the channel or emails or whatever, but it's always been high vibe. It's always been like, how do we get to where we're going? And like, this is really the time that we're in. And guys, I'm telling you, I am in so much pain in here, I can barely breathe. So this throat chakra it's like we're going, remember, this has to do with the 5 of Swords and the activation of our heart chakra with our throat chakra. And guys, I can barely breathe. I can barely talk. It's time, guys. It's just time. We don't want to feel like this anymore. We can only blame ourselves for being stuck, sick, and stagnant. And if that is a trigger, it's time to heal. Because this is our best lives. And this is our best lives now. We shift our perception. This is all fuel to get to where we're going. And couldn't be beautiful. Because what is this activation about? Creativity. With the Creator. With creation. Well, here it right is. A bountiful universe has always existed. Talk to it now with a new voice and sounds to create something beautiful that serves you well. And it's time, like, this fits into everything that we've been talking about. We are making the positive. We're going to get into this. And I'm going to find these cards. This is where this part is. Because it's here somewhere. Maybe I'll find it now. But this has to do with this message here. We're in a time of balancing polarities to shift our consciousness from victim. And we're going to remember, create happiness, but we're creating happiness from sadness. Because why? We become deserving. Guys, here it is right now. We become deserving and we find the positive in the negative. We find the positive within here in order to shapeshift. And we have to do it within the Hangman. We're literally doing this within the Hangman, and this is where we're creating that positive tetrahedron we just saw that I've already lost right here. Everything that's negative is here, and we're creating the positive to it, and we're shape-shifting. And this has to do with endless possibilities, because remember, we've connected to the inner child now. That's changed everything. Our talents, our gifts, we're expanding with them because we're being authentic, and we're using the negative to get us where we're going. With she who emerges, enlightenment, mindfulness, and rise up. And this is where we rise up. And it's the time we're in. All right, guys, we're going to head on over to our last part. We're going to get an activation to what's happening with the moon, and we're going to get a bonus activation for what is happening here with the Knight of Cups. I will see you there.